So this is gonna be a hatchet that you can craft. So this is gonna be hello, testing, testing. Okay, that should be better. Hello. So I'm gonna go through a bunch of materials. I actually am gonna use the periodic table, depending on how many types of metal I can use or find. I don't know. Um, I have to be a little bit quiet right now, as it's pretty early in the morning right now. I tend to work through the night, but I do live with my parents, and I don't want to disturb them and wake them. Um, my game's going to be about surviving and crafting stuff, and finding stuff. And it's more of gonna be, instead of a game, it's more of gonna be an art installment, because I played a lot of RuneScape as a kid. Well, yeah, and I just can't really play the graphics anymore. They said, oh, they updated the graphics, and I'm just not happy enough with them. So I'm taking it in my own hands and gonna use some of the simple crafting mechanics that they follow, like uh, go find the ore, put it in this furnace, smelt it, simple stuff like that. But it's not going to be a RuneScape ripoff in any means. It's more of going to be like a single player RPG, but simple, very simple. And it's going to have lots of ragdolls. Um, I will try to take advantage of the most I can with graphically, with you know, being in India, I can really focus on anything I really want. So if I want a certain thing to look a certain way, then I can totally target it. Um, I'm actually gonna make a coffee, but I don't know what I'll leave up on the stream. Maybe I probably should just leave the hatchet. I can sort of, I don't really know. I don't have my list of, I have my game data in a sense. I could have showed, but it's on my phone. My phone's dead, and I don't really know how. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to show the the crafting network some other time. It's on my phone. I can't access it right now. But I'll just leave this running. Gonna get the axe in next. Right now I'm making a bunch of tools. Gonna put the tools in the game, see how they show up. Um, they do have a simple basis upon restrictions upon like a tree type and a ore type. So there's gonna be like, I don't know, I want to have about 5 to 10 different trees at the beginning. But right now I only have like 4 or 5, or no, I only have 4 right now. So um, I'll have to just make do with that and use those 4 in the handle types. And then all the different ore types I'm gonna use for crafting higher and higher tiers of tools. And then it's not really gonna be like RuneScape in the sense of, or in Warcraft in the sense of, if you run up to a node and you're not the right level, you're not gonna be. It's not gonna affect you. Well, it's not gonna affect you, but it will mess up things. Like you'll still be able to mine it. You won't be able to maybe survive in some cases because there's gonna be really dangerous situations that you're gonna be stuck in with mining. Um, Especially with the the lava mechanic that I'm gonna get working. I'm working towards because pretty much you're gonna be in a volcano mining, and if you gather too much, the weight will make you sink into the lava field, and then in a sense, it's like you'll be able to run around until it happens. It's just like it'll be up to you until it happens. So you have to sort of like plan it in the sense like, you could take all the ore that you wanted, but you'll sort of be disciplined. But you could have a chance to survive. I don't know. It's gonna be sort of a sandbox sort of experience. At first, you're definitely gonna have to go through some tiers of simple things. Like copper is gonna lead to iron, and iron's gonna lead to steel. And that's all I'm gonna really say for now. But those 3 are gonna lead to some similar metals you maybe have seen in RuneScape and Warcraft. But I have a whole list of them. You might be able to see them in my folders here. But here's all the names of them if you guys want to have a gander. I can try to load them all up. That's There's gonna be 5 different types of ore. So there's gonna be large all the way to small in a linear fashion. So you'll have chances of finding bigger and smaller rocks, and um, you know, it'll pretty much allow you to I don't know, but I'm pretty tired. I'm sure you get lost with my train of thought. I need to go make a coffee. But yeah, I'll leave a cool little screenshot when I'm done. I don't know, that one's getting old. That's right. I need to get my volcano and put it in the game. So I'll just sort of, let's leave it with the new axe. Cool. So I'm just gonna go make a coffee. If you guys wanna, I don't know, do jumping jacks while I'm gone, go ahead. Alright, well, I'm sorta back. Um, I'm gonna be drinking my coffee and talking. I'm not gonna really be doing anything for a minute. Uh, yeah, thank you, Giraffe. Um, glad that you like the live streams. Um, character creation in Blender. I would say I want to get into it too, but I just personally stick stuck with props because it's the basis of learning create characters. Because if you can get really good at props, in a sense, really cool looking characters are covered in props. So it's like that's a good way to approach it. Is always like do something that work towards your end goal. Sort of build your way up. Definitely don't try to take on a whole character. Um, try to, I don't know, make the helmet first. Don't try to take on the whole thing. Um, I don't know. It depends on what type of character creation you also want to get into. If you want to get into super complicated stuff like animations, that's pretty cool. I know there's tons of tutorials on YouTube for that type of stuff, but I personally have never got into it. Um, yeah, uh, I think tonight or this morning we're gonna continue to get the hatchet in the game, and then um, I think I want to go redo that pickaxe right next to my my hatchet, but I'm not too fussed about it. I think I would rather build a little bit more into the scene, and so I don't think I'm going to do all the ore types for the hatchets, because we got a hatchet. I think I'm going to do the axe as well, and then um, not 100% sure. Depending on how I feel, I might go to sleep. It's already like 3:48 in the morning, so. Oh, I know, dude. My subs are going up so quick. It's pretty cool. I love it. I mean, I'm pretty new, so to have subs that quick, it's like, whoa, that's pretty cool. Dedicated fans already? No, just kidding. Draft, do you play many games? Well, um, yeah, it's a tough battle. I mean, finding inspiration for this type of art is rough because you have to really encourage yourself to keep pushing forward and never stop, because if you stop for a minute, you start to like it's like quicksand almost. I don't know. I find that's what I'm finding now. I'm new to this whole thing, but what I've noticed with content creators is people if they create content on like a daily basis, even if it's not that great, it's still better than the people that don't like every day. So I don't think um I think one thing is like with finding inspiration is just sort of give yourself time, be patient with yourself, and if you get super frustrated, just switch to something that's more enjoyable for the afternoon and just go back whenever you're feeling like you can tackle it and not get so frustrated. Because sometimes I find tools like Blender even can sometimes just drive me crazy. It's obnoxious sometimes using, but it's just a matter of, you know, finding like a balance between having fun and staying um staying in the mode that you just gotta work hard. I don't know. That's just my philosophy. But anyways, I'm going to continue to drink my coffee. Sorry. Have you tried posting any of your models on Instagram, Giraffe? And how long have you been modeling? Y- Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing as Ziggerman, whatever. I'm not even gonna. That's not even the name. Anyways, you can always send anything to me as well. We'll try to help you with any of your modeling. Um, what I do sometimes, like, if I can't find inspiration, it sometimes doesn't hurt to start with the very basics, and sometimes by just having like sometimes I'll do 15 baby steps and get through 15 baby steps through the whole day in a sense of like tutorials and little things instead of trying to do like three giant leaps, like three giant characters in a sense. I get like that would be through the whole day, you know what I mean? So I try to like do I don't know. I try to start small, especially if you're only a year or two with the experience with the tools. And definitely just give yourself time to become more comfortable with the tools because my third year of using Blender, I'm just now like just now starting to feel like I can actually think, hey, I want to build like let's like a pot, and I can actually think of going and making a pot. Like it took a long time to get there because Blender was pretty wonky. I came from 3ds Max, almost like 10 years of 3ds Max, so Blender was really wonky, and it, it took time, but it eventually grew on me, and now I can't really ever look back, I have to say. I'm pretty glad I switched to it. It's actually incredible of how many different little things you can figure out how to make in Blender. Um, that's why I constantly use it. Um, have you heard of ArtStation Giraffe? I'll post. I can't post links, but that's a really cool website if you're ever feeling not inspired. I mean, it's gonna be looking at. I mean, it's just all 3D based. It's like a 3D based Instagram, sort of. More like more like art based, or like digital art based Instagram. Yeah, it's a really cool website. Um, but sometimes it is hard. It is intimidating. Like it's crazy what people do sometimes. Like I find ArtStation's full of like the best of the best sometimes. So that's that, but that's everywhere. And that's another thing is like when you're starting out, like don't like don't get upset with yourself if you can't make what other people are doing. Just like just focus on yourself. Because the more you stare at like somebody else's, the more you stare at somebody else's footsteps, you're gonna trip on something that you didn't see because you weren't looking. In a sense, if that metaphor makes any sense. um, Another thing that keeps me inspired is I have a massive passion for um, archaeology and geology and I don't know, metals, I guess, minerals, how the earth was formed in a sense. So mining and crafting and all that stuff is like really down my alley with metal types and all that stuff. And so this game is also it's a it's an expression of my my passions of what I love. And so that's another thing where you could do to keep inspired is sort of blend your passions with your day-to-day hobbies. Like one time, I ride BMX a lot, so when I was like, I don't know, 18, I think, I was like losing inspiration with 3D and trying to learn about other things. But what kept on going back was I actually just tried to model my my BMX, and I was like, huh, because I loved my BMX so much that I just was like, all right, I want the best graphics, so I'm gonna really keep on trying if I didn't get it right and stuff. So that was a cool thing. Um, that's sort of what I'm doing with RuneScape because I wish RuneScape was like 4K, but what's up, Mike? Uh, Long time no 15 minutes. Yeah, dude, I restarted my computer, so I just went ahead and got it working. Sorry about that. I realize how boring some of these live streams can be, so, I mean, with no commentary, if you have no idea what the person's up to. So, it's nice to have that, I guess. Where are you from, Mike? Are you from planet Earth? I'm guessing that you're from like Neptune or something? Something maybe? I'm just taking a break, by the way, if people are wondering, like, why isn't anything moving? Yeah, I'm just chilling, having a minute to myself with my coffee. Hey, what's up, Nikat? I got my microphone working. If you can stand my voice, hopefully I'm not too quiet, because my microphone has been coming through a little bit quiet in the recordings. So hopefully you guys can just turn up your volumes for now. Hopefully I can get fixed in the future. Thanks, Ultimate. And no problem, Nakamura. Hopefully I said that right. I've actually never played Ark, Nikat. Alright, well, sorry about the break. I'm back now. We're gonna try to continue. Hopefully I don't get too tired and I just want to go to sleep. microphone a little bit louder here. Alright, this is hopefully okay, that sounds like I'm getting better. Alright, so I have an axe and eventually you'll be able to move away from these hand tools because I will be keeping the mech style. Uh, well, it's gonna be a mecha based. It's gonna be heavily influenced between Gundam and Armored Core. So if you don't know what those are, I'll show you. Uh, Alright, so this is Gundam, if nobody really knows what Gundam is. Uh, they're bipedal. I think there are some like non-bipedals, but um, they're Japanese and they're very big in Japan. And I grew up watching them. I love them. I took a lot of inspiration from their style of art. I try not to rip them off as much as possible because I used to watch like hours upon hours upon hours of their comics for breakfast every morning. Um, I have new seasons on the back of my heart, so it's gonna have it's gonna eventually you're gonna be able to build giant attachments for your mech, similar to this one, or something like this. That's gonna be for gathering and for uh, yeah, in that sense. It's not really gonna be a combat-based game. It's more like gonna be combat with the environment, if that makes any sense. And it's gonna be single player. Um, so we're gonna have that style of bipedal and attachment type system. Um, this is Armored Core. This is a game from Bandai once again. Um, they're they're my favorite developers, and they just have an interesting mech style. So that's just another reason I just wanted to show, because their mech style is a little bit different from Gundam. They're more the I don't know. It's a lot different than Gundam. Gundam, it's more human. Like this is more military and a sort of tank-ish looking. If a tank like transformed into a pipe battle instead of a human evolving into metal, that's what Gundam looks like. And then Transformers is like that on a whole different level. So it's enough. It's gonna be pretty much have no influences from Transformers. So that's cool. So I'm not the. I mean, I like Transformers, but it's not gonna look like that or anything. So, anyways, back to making some tools because right now, um, like I said, you're gonna start out with the very basics, and this is gonna be like the very. I guess this is like a demo asset, so I just used it to get some materials and some art going. But in a sense, this is gonna be like the copper armor that you'll build by finding these uh, thingies. Sorry, I'm getting tired. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Um, so, uh, this is like the very first tier. Oh, crap. And you're gonna be able to smelt them and turn it into stuff. But anyways, to not get lost with what I was going to talk about earlier, you're going to be able to do a lot of gathering in this game, but you're going to be able to evolve from, well, I guess not evolve, but like, I guess evolve is an okay word for it. You're going to be able to go through stages of building weapons and building things that instead of using hand tools like pickaxes and axes, you'll build attachments for your robot that'll be really wicked for for gathering. Like I've just got some crazy plans ahead, so hopefully I can really bring them to life in Unreal. I'm getting a lot done in Unreal. I can't really believe of how powerful it is for um for artists. Well, I guess not really artists, just anybody. Necker, sorry, Necker, Neckerma, Necker. Anyways, dude, the end guy from Japan. Sorry to be just I'm not I'm just super tired. Anyways, uh, yes, I'm going to sell some of my assets. I'm not really thinking of selling too many, but it's dependent on how big the project grows. In the end, if the project grows too much, I might not sell the assets and just keep it as an art installation, more than a game. Because I'm 24 and I don't have a portfolio that's very solid. So I wanted to add this to my portfolio that I've built my own game in a sense, and this is the way I wanted to demo it. But I don't know. It would depend on how much people thought the assets were worth as well. Like personally, I've never sold assets. I've only designed them for myself. So, and I've never worked with anybody. I'm just a one-man band. So making money is like not really what I'm in video games for. Um, I'm just more here to make the coolest looking stuff I can. But if anybody wanted to ever use my art in other situations, or if anybody wanted help with anything, I'd be down to help them. Um, and for pricing, is you know, I'm not gonna try to ream you. You know, keep prices really to the minimum for little things like. Anyways, well, let's try to make this axe. So here's a low poly, I think. Yep, that's my low poly. My high poly is up on this level, so that's one thing I do in Blender is as the layers, I sort of work with low polys underneath on the bottom layers, and I work with high polys up top. Sort of just keep me organized. And I'll turn on screencasting just to help you guys see a little bit. Um, okay, so when you export weapons that are animated or have a skeleton, one thing to always note is always export them with the bone selected as well. and make sure the bone's on the same layer as the weapon. So here's my pawn and my weapon, so I've got to select them all with A. And I export my axe with selected. And hopefully I did everything right. I'm a little bit tired here. I hate to complain so many times. I probably shouldn't even be streaming this long, but I'm having fun doing this project too much, so it's keeping me up. It's like the good old RuneScape days, but because I used to like play RuneScape till unbelievably stupid times in the morning, just mining these dumb rocks. So yeah, might as well have a little more fun. Yeah, dude. I'm sorry that I'm so quiet. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, alright? So I have to be a little bit quiet because I don't want to wake up the house. Um, I will try to sort my microphone out a little bit better in the upcoming streams. But for right now, uh, I'll try to sit up straight and talk into the mic a little bit better. Yeah, I know. Sorry, it's something to do with the Corsair wireless headset. Like it's a known problem apparently. Personally, I I don't know. It's only in certain things it's quiet. It's like when I talk to other people on Skype, it's perfectly fine, but when I record it, it's quite quiet. So it's because I can't add any boost to it for some strange reason. So that's strange. But anyways, back to the axe. So this is what the hatchet looks like if anybody's new. Don't really have any of the attendants on uh, on my other screen. So we're gonna try to carry this look over to the axe the best we can, which is really easy actually in Substance Painter because we can just like because this is a scratched a metal, so that's like to simulate maybe the hatchet being used quite a bit. Right now it looks very procedural and not really hand painted at all. It's not the best looking right now. It's just sort of having fun with it. Uh, anyways, we can select both of those by holding shift and then right click and group. And when you group it and name it like, I don't know, X head, or yeah, X head copper, and then close the group, and then create a smart material. Now we have like the axe head like ready for the other axe. So um, now with this axe that we just exported, which looks a little bit different than this guy. Um, I think actually I gotta do this with the handle before I run it. The handle's the same. I think the only part that's not really gonna work so great is this orange tip. So I don't know. We're gonna have to repaint it. It's so much work. Not really. Anyway, so we have gotta just select. Oops. So we select both of these again. This glass thing is just like highlighting the edges just a little bit to seem like it's been grabbed a whole bunch. It's barely noticeable, but like at distance, and my eye grabs it. So uh, I'll just do the same thing that we did. Group it, name it. I don't know. I thought it sort of looked like a maple, which is going to be a tree in my game. So a maple. Um, I don't know. What do we call this thing? Handle. That's the thing. Handle. And then we create a smart material. And then now we have like a material that will intelligently like it'll intelligently see itself around. I don't know if that makes any sense. That's a horrible way of saying it. It will intelligently wrap itself around the object if it, even if it doesn't look like my handle that I have right now. So if I do a new, which I think I gotta save this one because I did a bunch of stuff. Um, if I do a new and then find the axe that I made, and then now handle is all messed up, so we're gonna ignore Mr. Handle because he's a jerk. Anyways, the axe head that we made, the axe head material, this thing. Now we can just like, oh, we also have to. I'm gonna bake this real quick. I think it should just work by itself. And yeah, that shows up, so that's good. It doesn't look stretched or anything. So, no, we just add our new material, and we pretty much have like the same I mean, that's the same in a sense, but that could be completely distorted and like have the different UVs, and I mean, it barely looks any different. I mean, it in my head it is different because I modeled it. I made it a little bit fatter and stuff. It should be a lot fatter for an axe, but now I guess technically I should just change that now. Um, my mouse just died. That's it. But anyways. Okay. So we're just gonna get out of that program because I got to change a bunch of stuff in Blender, it looks like. So the axe head looks like it has to fatten up because axes are a hell of a lot heavier than hatchets. Hatchets are swinging by one arm. Axes are with two. So that's a stupidly big axe. That's not too much. Um, I think that looks alright. I did fatten up the handle, I think, too. So, I don't even think oh, why do we need to change that? I don't know what I'm doing with all this geometry. It's starting to go in wacko. I don't like it. I was tired anyways, so I gotta like, what, collapse all these? I think, yeah. I don't think that'll cause any problems. I just hope it doesn't cause any, stretching. Sometimes when you have that many points going to one place, it tends to, the textures can't, like, fit in between. That already doesn't look like it's gonna work in my head. But I don't know. Substance Painter is just, like, really smart, I swear. You can give it the worst models in the world, and it's just like, yep, I got you. So with these, I'm gonna, I think, well, yeah, weld them on that axis. I think that should work. Like, I don't know. It probably looks horrible. Like that's, but the thing is, it's perfectly flat. And this is like the one rare case that you can do this, I guess. But yeah, if this had any curvature in it, oh man, I would not be having this many points going to one point. Just don't do that. Like if this had a curved edge or something. But right now, this doesn't really need a curve edge. Um, Giraffe, I'll quickly, I'll show you a cool way to make a pot. Just, I'll throw this one out for you. Maybe, I don't know. You might not know that you could do this with it. So, if you make like a line and you do that to it, right? And you just sort of make that type of shape. I don't know. You could, and then use this one tool. You go to the modifiers over here, and you click. Hopefully, I get this right. I think it's screw. Yeah, screw. And it's like kablam, a pot, and you're done. So hopefully, like that's cool because then now you only have to like work in one axis, right? So you just work from like your like front plane, and you just work on that basis of like this line, and you can then connect those and add more subdivisions, and you can move the fatness of the pot and stuff down. I don't know. Hopefully you find that cool. Hopefully you can hear me because I'm so damn quiet. Sorry. Oh, I thought you didn't hear the pot thing. Did you know how to use the screw modifier with a spline? Because that's really useful for doing some things. For more than just pots too. You can totally turn it. You could probably make like a whole level out of just this. You can make like hundreds of different pots. What? Oh, did you miss this? I showed you how to make a pot. So it's like, okay, I don't know. You just do curve, add a curve, add a path, edit the path, pull like make a curve type thingy, press E to extrude, and just sort of like make a lip sort of thing, and then go over here to this little blue wrench and add a screw modifier, and it'll make like a pot or a cup. That one was a cup. Um, you gotta mess with it. Just pull the little things out. Yeah, dude. That is just super useful. And then right now, actually, there is an error. I actually don't. Yeah. So like it's displaying it backwards, sort of upside down. So you just gotta do is flip, and now it's like facing the right way. So cool. Yeah. Hope you like that. And that's just like, yeah, it's very cool for doing any type of glassware. You do a whole mug, um, like that. Anyways, try to do this X again. Check out its UVs. Hopefully its UVs are still looking okay. Yep, that looks pretty happy times. So, oh yeah, the only problem was that this was not happy times when we imported it. It was like backwards, so that was not cool. And what the fuck happened? Oh, excuse my language. Um, so we got it in, and then the handle was like inverted, right? I can't say anything. Yeah. So the handle's like backwards, and that's like one click, I think, in Blender. It's actually really hard to see sometimes. Sometimes you don't notice that on a big character. That's why characters are so tricky. You really have to do this stuff because if your shoes did this and you were focusing on your shoulders of your character, and let's say you had to like you had your character as one piece and not really customizable, you'd have to like really, I don't know, hopefully not change anything and then re-import it into this if you had spent an hour painting or something. It's good to always rapidly prototype instead of like yeah, instead of just slowly build up a giant massive file and then try to work with it. It's almost better sometimes just to prototype, do little things. Um, always remember, like usually what you see other. Oh wow, that is, yeah. Like other video games and stuff, like they're always a huge team behind it usually. So always remember, just don't get confused that you're sort of alone, and don't feel intimidated by it. It's just like, man, I don't like what I did there. I might have to delete that. I really messed up the geometry. Yeah, it's just like, oh, I guess that works. A team will eventually find you, but working alone sometimes is fun, but you also have to be careful. Man, I'm tired because I'm sort of losing thought. Sorry for my random rambles. I think we got a problem down here. There's a little gap that I'm noticing when I turn it. It's like right there, and I'm just like, don't want to deal with it right now. But I know I should because like on my UV map it looks like death. But anyways, I'm gonna fix that now. So we select those, item, and do that, unwrap. I think that's a better unwrap too. Then it'll be cooler to see on the paint. Probably easier to paint for people that don't use subspacer. And Control P. Nope, nope, nope. And this one, Control P. And then that's all packed. And then that's the head. Okay. Make sure the head and the end. Okay, so it doesn't need the handle text material. Doesn't. And the top, bottom. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. Alright, so my axe is coming along. I had to get my coffee. So I'm gonna select everything, I'm gonna export. This is my new axe. I usually export things a billion times if anybody is wondering why I do that. It's just something I do. I don't know why. It's probably a really bad habit, and I overwrite the same file like 20 times, but oh damn it, there didn't get the handle right again. So I think that's just coming from that's sort of weird. Like, do I have to send it inside? This shouldn't be like that. Maybe it add custom splits. Um, UV map, color map, bone, auto smooth. Let's try turning it on just a little bit. Material, okay. That looks correct. I don't get what it's doing. It seems like I do something wrong there. New, discard, select, X, go, and that didn't do anything either. That's weird. Yeah, send them inverted, and then maybe it won't be unhappy. I can just move on from this dumb axe. This axe was supposed to be simple. Do I have my shadows turned on? No. It's a pretty funny color. That's incredibly weird. Alright, dude. See you later. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. I'm sort of curious what is causing that. So if I flip it normally, and then maybe, let's see what happens. Oh, okay. That's strange. Why would I add that? Does that flip? Let's unflip that. And then let's, okay, so that's fine because export. Discard X. Okay. Now everything's backwards. Woo. We got lots of weirdness. That's incredibly weird. I've honestly no idea what's going on, why it's doing that. What I can do is just export this as an FBX with none of this stuffs. Close this, and then go into my other one that I actually got working, and just sort of delete this, save it as an X. Make sure I don't delete the old one, and then import the FBX of the X, and let's see, does it flip out? No? Okay. Clear custom shading. Don't think that looks incorrect. Okay, that's incorrect. We need a armature. We need the root. Really bad. Um, the bone. We need to add the bone to the vertex grid. group of the mesh. In this, we need to add a bone called this. And there, assign them all, select everything, export, BMX, FBX. That's how tired I am. I'm calling FBX's BMX's. Oh, wrong one. Yes. I swear, if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna move on because the X is causing so many issues. And it is again. Why is Mr. X? Anyways, it looks like Mr. X is gonna be an ass. So we're gonna move on from the axe, from the hatchet, and I think the next thing I was gonna do is get the volcano I was painting into Unreal. So the volcano I was making was gonna be a demo prop, and I just it was sort of like my background, similar in shape. Um, Let me see if I can find it. I don't think I imported it. No, I didn't import it into this project. So I'm going to do a new one called environment, Cody, folder, and then name this the volcano. This is something I made earlier in my, I think I have it streamed earlier. I was talking about how I made it. Or is it how I painted it? How I made it. I made it really simple. It's actually really simple. Um, so we got the volcano low over here. Drag that in. Import. That's 4 separate materials because I thought it would be like sort of big. And now I can have it like pretty big now. This mesh will scale up to, I don't even know, like whole level scale, whole level size if I want to do, because I split it up into 4 material groups. And then I can just scale that with texture size. So let me see if do any of my, no, I didn't export any of my new painting data, so we're gonna get rid of this demo block because that looks weird. And this volcano, I don't know if it really needs to go right there. I mean, it's like sort of I guess it'll look cool. So let's once again make this way bigger. All right, that looks a little bit more appropriate. That's how I wanted it. And then gonna have to rearrange like a bunch of this. More of on the rim of it. Um, if anybody in chat knows the shortcuts for the camera movement to have multiple views, that would really help because I don't know what it is, but and I'm just gonna keep on moving it the old way. Because I thought it was like Alt W or Alt F, Alt, Alt something like Alt H. No, that's front. Oh, okay. See, now I can do, no, top. That's what I wanted to do. And then where is that one that I was just working with? Yeah, okay. So that's what I wanted. Excuse me on my sleepiness. Well, I don't know how to use this very well. Hey Louis, or Lewis, Hayes, Greenwood. Wow, you got a long name, dude. uh, my name is Cody, and I'm a uh, game developer slash just somebody that has a huge passion for this type of stuff. Um, so I just constantly love learning about this type of stuff. It's just, um, and I don't really have a job because I'm recovering from cancer. I mean, well, not, I guess, yeah. I'm recovering from chemotherapy, and I'm just starting now, to starting to feel better. So just trying to find something fun to do in life. I mean, I've been a game developer in indie games my whole life, and I also wanted to have an outlet, you know, for all the trauma that I've been through, and so this game is not really going to be more of a game for everybody else as much as it's going to be a game for myself, because it's going to be an expression of what I've been through and how I felt, and there's going to be like little quests that are going to be all oriented with that type of stuff, and it's not going to be super heavy like that dragon cancer, that nothing like that story. That story is really sad. My hopefully like my cancer, my chemo worked, so um, that's where I'm just lucky, and I'm not gonna try to hold my story as a sad story, and my story is just a story about getting better right now. And I ride BMX every day practically. I keep on fucking falling off all the time though, so that's why I'm spending more time developing, having more fun doing this. Um, I am 24. I went, I don't know, I love riding bikes and I love playing RPGs. I've played billion years of Warcraft. I started in at level 7, well, yeah, in level 70, or Burning Crusade. Um, so I picked up a lot of this, but I also played RuneScape very early on. Um, I love doing this type of stuff, architecture, or not architecture, but this type of environment type stuff, so it's a huge passion of mine. Or not really passion, I guess. It's just, I love it. Hills. I don't know. Hills are fun. Uh, anyways, back to the volcano. We're gonna paint it now, because it doesn't really look so pretty. It looks like I don't know, the white bathtub or something. Jacuzzi. My dad called it the jacuzzi earlier today. It's pretty funny. Uh, so paint it in Substance Painter, and hopefully, what type of project are you working on, Dejanto Campos? Campos? Sorry for the butchering of your name. I tried. So this is what the volcano is gonna sort of look like. I'm getting a little bit of an error through here. When I get it in game, I get like these weird stretching on some of my materials. So I think I'm sort of happy with it. I'm not really happy with. It's like if I look at real lava, I'm way off. But I don't know. I didn't spend very much time on it. That's That's the cool part and sort of the sad part. So I want to spend more time on it. It's just there's a lot to do. So I want to accomplish as much as possible during the day. What I think I'm gonna do is sort of split things up right now because it's a little uniform. So I'm just gonna take an eraser or two, I think. Right now I have a base layer of just a rock. So this is like what it looks like. That's like a pretty simple material. It's like a rock material, and then you just make it black practically, and then make it like super reflective, sort of like. I should probably have another like um another like reflectivity in there, another noise because real lava eats up light. It doesn't bounce light as much unless it's super new, which I guess in something like this it would be very new. I don't know. I need to find the balance between just having fun and keeping it not stupidly over realistic. And I will try to animate it a little bit here and there. I'm not gonna do something massively crazy, but it's mostly gonna just be generating, you know, maybe a little sine wave animation, maybe a little movement. I don't know. Something simple, not too complicated. My goal is like my friend, a very good friend of mine. He only has an iMac at the moment. My goal is to have the game run at least on minimum on his machine. So I don't want to use tessellation and stuff too much. I don't want to sort of abuse normal maps the best I can because I know that because I used to have the same iMac. I know that those load actually pretty good and efficiently. And then emissive maps are actually not that taxing, but it's tessellation and then on-screen effects. Those just will kill. So my I'm gonna try to, you know, I don't know if you know, but that's where I'm gonna hope to focus on trying to make the game available to a wide range of people. Um, I think I'm gonna turn off this glare because it's just giving me a freaking headache. Now I can actually see what I'm doing. But that's a cool thing in Substance Painter is you go to like in between here. There's this display settings thing, and you turn on post effects and you turn on glare, and then you use an emissive channel, and it just like it looks amazing. Oh, it's so cool. I love it. Um, I think this one's not. I don't really like it. It's too circly. That one's way too harsh of an edge. I mean, lava does break open actually like that, but rarely. Like for a split second. I think that one's gonna work the best. Yeah, this spray paint. Because it sprays so much. That's not big enough. Alright, so I'm gonna now tone that all back. I sprayed too much. And there's this weird shit up here. What is up with that flow, dude? It's like, what do I do? Not use this one, I guess. Dirt, let's try this one. No, it's still such a, why is it so, where's like my hardness not, no flow, and that's weird, whatever. Have to do lots of strokes. So, with a dirt texture, you can just sort of delete the noise. I mean, delete it with noise. Man, I'm so tired. I won't lie. Sort of just doing this out of the bottom of my heart because I love volcanoes and um, I don't know. I just love volcanoes. Other projects I have worked on. As I said, I don't do this for a job, so I have worked in Unity for like 2, 3 years. I built some projects. I built like a drifting game. I was working on RPG, and then I gave up coding because when I went through chemotherapy, I could not concentrate on coding at all. My brain could not function properly when I was going through that, so I gave up coding. I went to art. It was a lot more calming for me going through chemo, and I could still focus on doing it. Um, so a lot of those projects were dropped, and now this is my main project. Well, it's not my main project. My other main project is a drifting project, and that's my main project that I'm working on, and I'm not streaming because because I don't like streaming it. Not yet. With my condition, I have to really lower the amounts of stress in my life on a drastic level, or else I'm not gonna beat my condition. So, doing this as a job, I would love to do it, but the aspect of making money and like having somebody constantly bearing down on me for results would probably put my system into a very uncomfortable state. So, having a job and getting ready and going to work every day or having to show up, reliability is my biggest problem right now. That's like what I'm working on. So, try my best. I don't know if I'm ready for a full-time job, I would say. Pretty much. I applied to Blizzard, but I mean, I don't know what I was thinking to be honest. After I sent the giant resume, I was like, man, what? I don't know if I would actually be ready for that. You know, it's just, it's all about my condition. I also have a doctor's appointment coming up in I think 4 days. It's gonna be my what is it? 9 month? Yeah, my 9 month checkup is gonna be in 4 days. So I'm gonna have a chest X-ray. Gonna see if cancer's come back or if it's dormant still. And then if it's dormant, I mean, I'm not gonna be holding myself back. I would love to get a job. I would personally like aim high because I don't know. I have the eye, and I don't know. I love doing what I do. And I've always thought about working somewhere, but more of wanted to start my own company. But don't know how to start my own company if I can't like you're just saying. If I don't know how to start a whole company if I can't even work with a small team. So I'd love to work with a small team. I actually just met uh um, sorry uh a dude the other night, or not the other night. I was thinking it was like a week ago. Met him, and it was really cool. We got along pretty good. He's building an RPG online, or for MMO or online, and so he helped me get some stuff working. I thought that I would do some art assets for him, so thought that would be an even exchange of, because he's more of a tech dude, and I'm not really into the tech, like the connecting all the nodes perfectly. I'm more into painting the volcano until The volcano looks perfect. And same way with the armor and the props. So that's what I'm focused on. I'm gonna call this lava, and I'm gonna call this 000. Create material. So now we have new lava thing. I might share that if it's cool. I don't know. That doesn't look right though. Lava 000. That's all. So now if I even delete this now, I'm like, I had to start over. I could just drag and drop, and I think, no, I just messed up everything. You could think there's an undo feature in life. So I don't know. I maybe have to rename. I'm gonna have to rename this like lava. Cool. I don't know. Just create smart material. Did that make the lava cool? And that okay. So lava one is that one. So okay. If I delete that now, I should now. Okay, cool. I get my whole material working again. So then I can now delete that. I don't know why I would delete that again. Just makes more work for myself. But anyways, I'm tired thinking out loud. So lava cool again now. Maybe attempt to. No, that one just broke life. Yeah, that's not good. Glowing edges. So that's gonna have to be repainted. So that's okay. Add a black mask, and now I can just like paint in. Not as complex as the other ones. It looks like my method didn't work so perfectly, but it worked for the floor. But in a sense, this will work for one of them. Oh, that one came out just barely working. It wants to work, but it's still derping. So no, that method doesn't work. Ignore me on my whole like 5-minute tangent earlier. I'm trying to make smart materials. Stupid to do in the first place. So now we just make a black mask. I'm gonna do this like all at once now. Gary Vaynerchuk. Hello. The dude's pretty cool. If anybody's looking for inspiration, honestly, that dude will inspire you to do anything in life. Pretty cool. Uh, Alright, so that's gonna be like the general thing I'm gonna have to remember to do. So I think I did that with like 2 brushes. That's not too bad. I'm gonna have to find the paint layer for one thing. I think, yep, that's, oh goodness. The flow needs to turn down to like 13. Nope. It is the stroke opacity. That's what I don't want. Nope. I think we're just gonna have to make it smaller. Yep. So I want to make it look like there's a little ridge that you can run on, and then there's a pool down here. Because lava loves to pool, and pools are fun. Not really. um, Spray paint? No. Spray. Spray paint. And now we can add some. Oh, spray a little bit up there. And then continue to do that. So the event, like right now I'm in the stage where I can add too much detail. Like I can add like way too much and sort of go overboard. In a sense, I could cover this whole side up if I wanted it to, sort of. And then all I have to do now, because I can because I'm using a black mask, I'm painting masks, and I'm not painting materials. I'm painting masks that are controlling where the material is being placed. If that makes any sense. Hopefully one day, uh, by watching enough, you guys will understand. It's a much cooler way to approach texturing, because the old method of texturing is, in my opinion, very much out. I wouldn't say you would spend any time trying to do that anymore. But I'm no professional, but personally, hell, this is the new method, and I find it much more fun. Much, 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 much. Because, like, if I was trying to paint all this, like, with materials and stuff, I couldn't use different type of brushes. Like, the brushes wouldn't come out right. And when I use the eraser, I can use all these brushes, like, really intuitively. I can just, like, mix up brushes just to add random noises everywhere. Or and noises, I'm saying, like, as indeed small details that the eye will pick up randomly. I guess that's not really a good definition of what noise is, but you get what I mean. So, yeah, like I said, I didn't really care about going overboard earlier because uh, I always think with the motto of happy accidents, it's never it's never an error with this project. With my drifting project, that's what's just that's why I don't live stream it, because I always feel like there's errors. Um, and I want to get that project perfect, or not perfect, but like as best as possible. So I don't really have that mentality in that project. I always have the mentality of like get it 100% or get it wrong, or just you know, this is just how I see it. So that's gone a little bit crazier than last time. But what's cool is if I notice like the whole thing is going a little bit crazy, like just like in Photoshop, I can go over here, see this little 100 and click it, and there's like a Photoshop adjuster thing. Hopefully that works. I don't know if it will. No, I think that didn't work at all. I think that works though. No, no, none of this works. That sucks. Ignore my tangent. I thought that was gonna work. But anyways, it sort of works up here. I mean, if I want to lessen the rocks, do I have to select this and then do that? No, no. Okay, well, if I want less of the rocks, I can do that. If I want that brighter. Anyways, my game is semi-functional. It's like it's the basis of something I purchased for like 30 bucks and ended up getting a refund. Anyways, it's like the basis of it. Like I said, I only started 2 weeks ago, so the project is as small as 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? I can only work so hard on it because I'm working on uh, fitness, and I'm working on just staying not stressed in my life. Yeah, dude, you can definitely play the character. You can definitely run around. I can give you a quick glance, click, whatever idea if you want. These are my different little logs. I'm actually gonna make them bigger, or not bigger. So I can make them like that. So I was trying to get on them earlier, I couldn't get on them. Alright, so we got a little character running around here. He looks like he's got a dirty butt crack, but That's because he's, been working hard with his little pickaxe here. Anyways, pardon my tiredness. I'm completely tired right now. We can sort of pretty much just do what this inventory kit allows me to. The basis of it, I have all these different ore types. So this one's called vanadium. This is a type of metal that is similar to steel. It's actually used in real life. It's like a matte green steel. It looks similar to steel, like I said, and it's more common. It actually is a little bit harder than steel. This is gonna be coal. Um, it's as simple as that. It's gonna be coal. This is actually the demo asset that they give you, the starting asset. I just repainted it in Substance Painter like 20,000 times. Um, this is gold, as you obviously can tell, so that's gonna be fun to play with. Um, this is, I think that's iron in front of me. No, I don't know, iron. But yeah, dude, one thing in Unreal I just can't get over is like these heat vapor things on the furnace. It's pretty cool. I just can't really get over them. It's like it makes the furnace is so convincing now, and it's pretty cool. Like I figured out with how to make the furnace actually like get hotter when you get near it. I'm not no like experienced blueprinter, but I felt like that was pretty cool. Like to figure that out. So anyways, um, this one is gonna be. I'm not 100% sure to be honest. I would have to check my little list of things. I think that's protactinium. Um, and this one's lead. This one is neodymium. This one's actually not. It's gonna be probably the coolest mechanic, I think, when we get up to this stage of metal. I have spent $35. That's all. Everything else is generated by me. Because I've only bought an inventory system. That's all I bought. So I could actually, like, take items off and put them back on. Which, a simple axe right now is actually my pickaxe. Because I'm still figuring things out. Um, and then I also, like, got ragdoll working by myself and just by doing tutorials. Um, and then I figured out how to jump higher. Um, like, I don't know, it's hard to see. So if this is like the normal jump height, which is actually going to be a quest, I don't know. Uh, it's something that has to do with what happened in real life. So when you're jumping across here and you can't really make it, and you're like, oh man, that sucks. So you're gonna have to like go back up there and eventually get an item or build a pair of boots. They're gonna, if anybody remembers the boots of lightness from RuneScape, this is gonna be an upscaled version of the boots of lightness. It's actually gonna be really difficult to get back up there. So, anyways, the basis of the thing is when you get the item, you'll be able to jump higher. So now, if I just activate it with G instead of putting item on, but now you can jump higher. Now you can jump across the thing, and there's some lootable copper in here. So I got some medium large copper ore. I got some copper ore medium. That's actually named backwards. Medium small again. So it'll generate randomly every time I spawn a new game, which is cool. I got some thorium over here, which is straight up off of the periodic table and Warcraft. So I thought it was only in Warcraft, but once I saw it on the periodic table, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then this one is called I think that's adamantium. I'm not adamantium. Sorry, that's runeteam. My mining ores, and it's gonna be. I think. No. Okay. So that no, that is no, that is adamantium. No, no, it's not. I have no idea. Sorry, a little tired. Anyways, that's another material that's gonna be like really hard to get. This one's called Einsteinium, and this one's gonna be one of the most difficult to hold on to because the story behind Einsteinium, if you look about how uh, it was founded and understood and like researched, was actually like they didn't really have very long to study the particle, and so that'll be part of the whole thing of holding onto that ore. You'll have to get it back to base quickly, and stuff like that. And it's also going to be like super radioactive, so your robot's going to have special armor to deal with that. So that'll be cool. Um, sort of lost track on what I'm doing. Oh yeah, the lava, right? I was showing you the game. Sorry, I always get carried away with how fun running around is. It's one thing that I can just tell I'm having so much fun with the project. It's just running around, putting my items, my art in the game, and then being able to interact with my art. Yeah, because I was actually having a lot of trouble with the Unity. You know, I used it for years. I never switched away from Unity, and then I just one day sort of gave up on Unity, sort of just took a break, and then switched to Unreal and went, wow, I've been clearly missing the boat here, or the bandwagon, or the flippin' hippo, whatever you want to call it. How do you want to begin? I think it's just much friendlier to people that are new to game development. Unity's cool for new people as well, but I feel like you can spend a lot of money in Unity and get nowhere. And it's like really painful if you're new. If you have no idea, you have to learn so much before you even have beginning understanding. I don't know. I guess it's the same way with Unreal. I'm just more experienced now with Unity and stuff, but um, man, it's a hard flip going. I mean, now it's easy. I'm happy I made the flip to Unreal, and I feel like the community is much cooler personally. That has nothing to do with it, I guess. But I sort of wish they had. I mean, the asset store is pretty cool. I mean, just wish they had a little bit more professionalism, which I'm sure will happen over time. And I shouldn't even be complaining. There's a lot of professionalism. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyways, gonna continue to paint and just be quiet. Sorry for the confusing talking. Confusion talking. Anyways, the name for my game, sorry for the super long delay. Uh, I don't have a name for this game at this time being. At this time being, it's called 000. I was thinking about keeping it 000 because it's ironic. The whole storyline is going to be about emergencies. Not really. No, what am I talking about? It's not going to be based around emergency. It's going to be based around what happened in my life, which was the stories. Okay, I'm getting really lost. The story is going to be about the emergencies that happened in my life, which in New Zealand, which where I'm from, the emergency number is called 000. If that makes any sense. So it'll be sort of like a way of telling my emergencies through, because there's hospital rides and all that fun stuff. So, just gotta be lucky that I'm alive. And that's why I don't bother getting jobs right now, because I'm just lucky right now. Been through a lot. Just focus on me. Not to sound selfish. It's just, um, I don't know. It just feels like it's the best thing for me right at this time in my life. And if I don't, then I'm gonna regret it. I know it. I don't want to live with regrets. Regrets. Regrets are bad. Sorry for my completely random sort of negative vibe right now. I'm trying to keep it as positive as possible. I'm super tired. It's gonna have a really intense story as well. Like, I've never written a story, but it's gonna be my first time expressing myself as an artist in a story fashion as well. Hopefully, like, there's not gonna be very much vocal acting, but people that are into novel RPGs, or not really novel RPGs, because I'm not gonna write that much, but like the storyline and artistically picking up what's happening through expression of art in that sense, then those type of people are gonna love it. So anyways, we're gonna paint more of the lava in this one. I don't know what lava field that is. Is that's two? Oh, that's two. Okay. What's cool is we could paint somebody's name. Uh, I I don't know. I guess for the first whoever's watching, whoever says, you know, hi first, I'll write their name in the lava somewhere. Just, I mean, I don't know how long I'll keep it, unless you want me to keep it for super long, but it's really cool. I mean, if I want to make it super tiny too, sort of like Andy in Toy Story, I can sort of like put Cody. Alright, Louis or Lewis. Is it Louis or Lewis? Like, do you pronounce the S? Yeah. Where should I put it? I don't know. Okay, Louis. Alright. Or I could be super tarded and be like, low? Right? That's correct, right? Low? Alright. Alright. 10 out of 10. I think with this, what, what we could do is we could put L somewhere. Link. Or how tiny? Oh, okay. So I can actually go really tiny. I could put like, let me make sure I'm spelling it right. Uh, we'll make the S special or look cool because I used to write graffiti. And now we have Lewis or Louis, yeah, Louis, and that's funny. I should have probably made the L special because you don't even pronounce the S. Whatever. Again, and then we can like put a blob right above it. We'll keep that. So we're just gonna connect some of these so it looks like there is a stream of lava going, I don't know, sort of like exploded from the top here and sort of dripped down. I don't do want to keep that one. So, so when we zoom out, that looks okay. I think the one I started on is very cold. That's what I want. Is like a cold side. I want a really hot side that has a stream in it. I want a medium side and a sort of cold side. And the sort of cold side is going to be this one. And it's going to be mostly sprayed, I think. So it's going to be like this. Oh, that's way too much. Float, I think? Nope. This one, nope. I don't know. Maybe this one. Woo, that's way too much. That looks okay, but not really. This game's gonna be for PC, maybe for PS4, maybe for Xbox One. It depends on how much like attention it gets and how much it grows. Um, the sorry, the price point is sort of up in the air. It's still debatable. Like I still think I personally want to make it free, personally, but there are going to be some paid for aspects, definitely. It's definitely. I'm not going to try to rip anybody's dollar out of their pocket. It's not my mentality in life. So, um, there'll be little things because it's going to be single player. Um, there's going to be things that, like, if you really wanted to finish the game, like, I'm not going to stop you. But if you want to give me $5 to finish the game, then I don't know. That would be great. I don't know if I really want to do that though, because it might ruin the story. So that's why pricing in this game, it's not really something that I'm worried about. If for you guys, I personally wouldn't worry too much, honestly. Like I'm not gonna throw a $60 game at you or anything. Maximum it'll be a $20 game. If it and then it'll be like free updates, free DLC, and then there'll be no in-game purchases. If it is like a one-time purchase, um, then I'll probably do sales and then uh, special, Kickstarter bonuses to the beginner guys. So like Lewis here. And Giraffe's been following me like ever since I started, so maybe there might be a giraffe in their game. I don't know. Maybe a hidden giraffe. Looks like Louis. Did I? No, Louis right here. In a sense, if you were to send me the texture of your fingerprint, I could put your fingerprint like in underneath it. But I don't know. Like I might not do that for everybody in a sense. It's like right now I'm doing little things. So yeah, like I said, it's more of it's a way of me venting a lot of feeling like I don't know what is happening fully at all in my life. It's 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 a really rough patch in my life, and I wanna uh, come out on top the best I can. That's pretty much the basis of the storyline as well, and yeah, and more will unfold when more comes to offer to visually, but right now you're gonna sort of have to wonder because I'm sort of just shooting off the hip, just making things left and right. Like the live streams are not gonna be very organized. Like as you can see, I sort of bounce around a lot because I'm still in test mode a lot. I'm figuring things out as I'm going, um, and I'm just having fun. That's why asking for people's money for this project would be like being like day one, like a day one mechanic and expecting to get paid. I don't know, the same that the guys that work on Ferraris all day get paid. Those dudes, I don't know. Just how I see it. So this is gonna be like a big hill of lava right here. Hi Jeff and bye Jeff. Simple as that, I guess. Uh, Giraffe. I should make a game where I can pay. Oh, okay. My headset sort of went weird on me. Sorry. I was trying to read you what you were saying. Sorry, Giraffe. You should make a game where you can pay for it and you can add a contribution thing in the game with the name of the people who contributed. Um, yeah, I would love to do that. But the thing is, it's a story in itself, the whole game. And so the people that have contributed have already contributed, in a sense. So I don't mean to like shoot you down on that idea. It's hard to explain with there's such a harsh backstory that can't really be changed in my head. So um, I do like that idea though. Maybe on little things. I don't know. That, because it's like gonna be an expression of how I'm feeling as well. Still. And like I said, it's gonna be like a very personalized project. I don't mean to sound selfish by saying that, but it's I mean I'm definitely not gonna ignore good suggestions either. If somebody really wants something, then like tonight, I wasn't gonna do commentary, and then I did commentary, so you know, just gotta figure out how to do this lava. Alright, I'm liking how it's coming out. Um, It's got a weird one up there that looks a little too harsh. Maybe it should split, cause like, oh shit, like if lava were to carry from one spout, like from this one little area up here, it probably wouldn't carry with that much stuff, unless I don't know. It wouldn't look like that though. So yeah, I'm gonna change that up. Oh, that's definitely not the right one. That's it. 3. Okay. So we're gonna darken up this area, darken up the middle. Sort of add a little island as it goes down like that. I guess then it like looks like it's struggling to heat the area because one little spout like that wouldn't do much. Especially if the whole volcano is dormant. This volcano is gonna be completely dormant. I mean, not dormant, but like it's gonna be semi-active, but it's definitely not gonna erupt. There are gonna be ones that erupt, but you're not gonna see it coming, like in any way. And then it's gonna rapidly change the game. It's not really going to be player influenced. It's gonna be story driven. Um, like the game's gonna be sort of basic like that, because I don't want to be stuck coding all the time. I want to be expressing myself as an artist. That's another main goal of this game is it's gonna be like an art portfolio and it's gonna be a game at the same time. That's looking pretty cool. This one needs a little bit more, I think. Maybe up here. I think up here it's looking like a little shallow. So maybe up here. Uh, yeah, Niket, thank you for the concern. I really want to finish this volcano. Um, not finish it, but finish painting it and just send it over to Unreal, have a look at it, and I think I'm gonna head off to sleep because I'm pretty sleepy and yeah. I don't really know what you're talking about with the noise thing, but okay, I will do that. Alright, because I love the shape of hearts, I'm gonna try to implement that into the, oh shit, what did I just do? Please don't. Oh, okay. Uh, yeah, I'm just gonna try to like blend that into the environment a little bit. So, yeah, there's gonna be sad points of this story, and there's gonna be also really high points and fun points. But I promise to you guys it won't be a super sad story. Like, even if something were tragic to happen to me, I wouldn't try to make it as sad as possible. I would try to make it happy. But right now everything's looking up, so that's why I'm just gonna keep on looking up. Okay, so that sort of, that looks like a heart. I don't know. From somebody that didn't know that I painted them as a heart, they wouldn't know. Now you guys know. So we can keep secrets. Not really. I'm just messing around. I'm just like messing, just seeing like how quickly I can make lava variations or like areas. Because half of these things that you guys are gonna see me paint, you'd be like, what happened? Why didn't I get into the game? And I'd be like, I don't know. I got repainted or got remade or got just cut. There's gonna be a lot of that. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'll try to keep it to a minimum because I don't want to restart, you know. I do want to keep bringing cool things out for you guys. That's cool. It looks like it's really a little smiley face. So that looks sort of okay. I think we can add a rocker here too, and this is how it's gonna look, I guess. No, I don't like this theme. That seems weird, but uh, I don't know. I'm not 100% happy with it. What do you guys think? Is there anything you guys can think that I need to change or add to? Um, Giraffe, I will be having, I mean, I most likely will be having a live stream. Um, Probably not at this time, maybe a little bit earlier. Uh, I don't know. I don't really work like I don't really do like my game development on a set schedule. I just work when I feel healthy. So I don't know. It's I hate to complain so much. It's like just how it goes. So sometimes like tonight I'm feeling really healthy. So I'm streaming like really long. I don't know. This is like one of the longest streams I've ever got. I mean, not really longest, but I think I got the most done in this one. So it's getting better. I just gotta keep getting better and better. So, and I left. If anybody's wondering, I've left this center open because of uh of something. I do have a reason for that, and I'm not too sure if I wanna tell everybody yet. Cause when you guys see it happen, you'll be like, oh, okay, so that's why. But right now, it pretty much it'll attach to something else, which will be a whole different area. Which if you've played RuneScape and you've I think I think dungeoneering is where where I'm headed with the thoughts. Anyways, let's send this over to Unreal. Why is my headset beeping at me? All right, that's it's my auto shut off. I'm not listening to anything. It thinks, oh, you're quiet. Oh. Anyways, um, maybe I should do a little bit of sand around the edges. No, I'm covering the edges in rocks. Anyways, export volcano, the export button. Um, Thank you guys that have been watching all night. I don't know how many of you guys have been watching for as long as I've been here, but it seems like Giraffe and Niket and Louis, sorry, have been here for a while. I don't know if that Japanese dude is still here. Mike, see him a lot. Um, I know. I'm sorry. Eventually, no. I'll upgrade from a headset to an actual like mic, like most YouTubers. But for right now, yeah, I'll like if I if I perfectly align the headset up with my my voice, it works. But I can hear a lot of like spikes from me talking. So it's definitely not the best mic, but these Corsair Voids, dude, wireless headset 7.1. I have to say wireless headsets are so cool. I can jump rope with this headset on. Like full on jump rope. It's great. Alright. Well, hopefully I see you tomorrow, Giraffe. If not, don't feel bummed if you don't even see me. I might take a break. I've been streaming a lot. I don't know. I might do a short stream tomorrow. I also might work on the car project a lot more. So anyways, we exported it, we save. Let's close this down. I want to end by 6, so I got like 15 minutes left. Alright, so go back to the volcano. Where's Mr. Volcano? Volcano is Cody. Okay, there's Volcano. And then we had all these beautiful, beautiful textures that Substance Painter makes for us. Alright, so let's set up one of them and then move on from there because I don't know how these are named. Oh, they look perfectly named. Okay, cool. Oh, God. Okay, so remember with your normal maps and your occlusion maps, and once you get them in Unreal. Oh, I guess the normal maps have already been done. What's happening? Oh, all these have to be checked. Or unchecked, sorry. Or then things you make in Substance Painter will not look like the things you send over. Probably say that 100 billion times, but man, it really makes it look different and messed up. So, common mistake. Alright, so this is the bottom one actually. This is my missive. This is that one. Normal. Emissive. Uh, ambient. And then roughness. And metallic. So, oh shit, sorry, I just yelled. um, how, personally, an interesting technique that I found when I'm working is for something like this, like these nodes, to remember what node connects well. Like Substance Painter, you have to connect like the red one to the ambient collision, the green one to the roughness, and the blue one to the metallic. At first, I was like, how the hell do I remember something like that? But then, um, my cousin actually gave me this really interesting way of thinking, and it really helps me sometimes, is I build a story. So I'm like, okay, so the red one, I usually don't even have to remember, because that one's just like right across from each other, usually. But anyways, the green one is like, I don't know, I, I think of, I think the color green, and then I remember that roughness and green go together. So I remember like grass, the grass outside, the normal grass is like rough because it's like has a spiky. It's you know what I mean. And then the blue one, one of my favorite colors is metallic blue. So I made a story in my head like you know if that makes any sense to anybody. Uh, what's going on? What do you want, Slim Shady? Yeah, I don't know what you're on about sending people files on Google Drive. Thanks, Draft. And if you ever call me that ever again, I swear to God, I'll hit I'll hit you with a shovel. I'm just kidding. But seriously, I hate cola. Pepsi for the win. Pepsi or die. Pepsi is the best. Um, sorry, getting a little carried away. Can that one work? Is it not working? What happened? That's not good. Why is it like that? Oh, that's great. Wonderful. Just what I wanted. Alright, so something's obviously going wrong. So I think I need to save all these or something. No, not duplicate. Oh my god. Delete. Save. Don't worry. I would never do that to you, Jeff. You don't have to worry. So something's going wrong in this. And it yelled at me, actually, and I just said, okay, just deal with it. Okay, so what does it say? Would you like to apply this? Oh, okay, so I go, yeah. And then it doesn't. Oh, okay, awesome. That's strange. So I don't think I'm gonna make it like that. I'm gonna delete all these. And then I'm gonna copy this one that I just set up 4 times, or no, 3 times, and then just reset the textures. Because I don't want to reset all those nodes over and over and over. Because I did that once. I mean, I didn't know that you could actually just do this method. You just say this is 0, 1, and then you can get 0, 1, and click it in there, and then do that one, and then this one, and then that one, and then that one, and save. And hopefully 0, 1 should be like that one, right? Yep. Alright. So then 0, 3. 0, 2. Okay, this automatic shut off thing's getting annoying. Where is it? Oh, I can just do that. Never mind. Whatever. Anyways. Okay, so we're in Volcano 2. We need to get Volcano 2. And then get the texture. Texture. And then Volcano 2, I think, is underneath that one. Nope. Looks like Volcano 2 is over there. Volcano 3 is over there. Alright, so we need number 3s. That starts right there. So if you're ever wondering why I've split up these materials, it's because I plan to have it upgradable to an insane resolution, just for test purposes, because I don't know what the limits are on modern day PCs. So, yeah. Anyways, now we can see that, well, the the lava hasn't really come through as like as we had it. It just doesn't look that great. But that's like a simple fix. It's like one node. We just drag one off here and do multiply, and multiply that by emissive color, and just multiply it by constant of like 20 more, maybe? Yeah, that looks a lot cooler. And then now we get a lot cooler looking lava. And we can simulate or animate this parameter, which is super cool. I've never had the ability to do anything like this in Unity. I never owned Shader Forge or anything. So we'll try different parameters, see which one looks really cool. Because I think 100 is gonna look like too much, maybe. Yeah, that looks too much. I think 50 maybe. Because I don't want it to lose detail. Like it's gonna bleed the color too much and then lose detail. Because I can eventually make it brighter through other ways, but that looks okay. Uh, but no, I like it maybe 30. I think that one's gonna be good. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that looks cool. So let's go with the 30. I'm gonna copy and paste that everywhere. So so tomorrow I'll do some cool animated stuff with the materials, and I'll make it wiggle in a sense and make it look like it's flowing a little bit. But I'm not gonna make it too taxing. I just want it to be like basic in a sense, like like sort of frozen in time in a sense, like a lava field frozen in time. Um, I don't really know if my assets are gonna be available for sale. Some um, it's something I'm still deciding because the game is in you know in its very early stages, and I don't need income through selling art. I need to make art, not be asking for money for art right now. Unless you guys really, 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 really fucking want it. I mean, personally, I mean, I don't know how you could. I showed you how to do all that, so that's why. But if you guys really want it, I'd be happy to sell it to you if you at a certain price point, and it depends on how valuable this asset becomes. Like if this volcano gets dumped, in a sense, like if I don't end up using this for the story, then sure, there's going to be a whole bunch of assets that are going to be sort of sold in that sense. They're not going to be like crappy assets in that sense. Like they're going to be very detailed and everything, but they're just not going to be part of my story. So I'm hoping this volcano can come through, but I think it's coming along all right, but I'm definitely not happy with it. As you can tell, I'm not like jumping up for joy, but it's a start. I'm a perfectionist, so I definitely have a problem with saying things are never done. But I'm trying to get better at just just dealing with it. So now we can go see if we can jump around. And the leveling system, actually, I figured out by myself. So like if you walk in this little, like it doesn't look like anything, but if I were like to walk around the door and walk in, you know, it levels me up. You can see it in the corner, but what this way. This is actually going to be a little anvil. It's not really a traditional anvil. It's going to be a portable anvil. It's going to be a lot smaller. Um, and it's not going to be that durable. It's going to break really early. So, anyways, there we go. We got some flames. I forgot to even put them down there. Oh crap. Now we're falling into the volcano and we walk into the volcano and we die. I did not expect that, but anyways, this flame needs to be moved a little bit. Definitely need more of them too, because that was cool. Yeah, the flame's gonna be a lot bigger because now there's a ton of them. Yeah, and I'll learn how to vertex paint some this material, this lava, so I can paint it in this editor. So I feel like that'll look really cool when I paint some rocks, some like this material as well. Just to get the whole level going. So right now we got a little shelf going over here. Sort of don't know where I'm going with that actually. It was like just a test idea, but I do a lot of testing. See, like my test was how does it look like when I'm looking from up here into the tunnel with those flame effects. This is actually like the starting flame effect, so um, you know, this is just like a basic one. So anyways, there's another one. We gonna miss the gap. Oh, that sucks. Turn on super jump. Uh, it's sort of funny, like like that particle, right, sitting right perfectly right there, totally gives the effect of the lava like spewing out. That's crazy. Like in my head. I mean, it doesn't look perfect if you start moving around. Like that definitely doesn't look perfect, but like at quick glance, that totally looks like it's spewing hot lava. Well, in my head. I'm pretty happy with that. So, with that, um, I think I'm gonna go get a snack and head to bed. If you guys have any questions, or if you want me to review anything that I went over too quickly, let me know in the comments or anything, and I'll get back to you. Try to help you as much as possible. And thank you very much for sticking around and watching tonight. It was a pleasure having you guys. Oh, we forgot to check out Louis' name. That was one thing I did want to check out. So how did Louis' name come out? Just randomly. Where is it? So it's one of these in one of these rocks, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. I knew I sent it over. There it is. I covered it up by accident with a rock. So wait. Oh, there's the S. So we need to. There it is. So I see what I did. I like dotted the I with like a little smudge of I'm tired. Let's see what it looks like with it's simulated. It kills my FPS. That's cool. Just because these particles are like really not that great efficiently. Well, actually, that's not right. I mean, not bad. Yeah, let's see what happens when I do the one. Yeah, the FPS goes up. So how many can I have without it destroying my FPS? It looks like those are pretty expensive. All right. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. I have a 1080 Ti. We should just put the log in the lava because I feel like putting the log in the lava. Oh my god, that looks so crazy. Melt the log. Ah. doing? I'm just messing around. What does that look like when it's halfway in? Like from here. Oh, that looks crazy because it's all warping the texture and everything. That's crazy. Man, honestly, shout out to the amazing people in Canada and my dad and my mom for supporting me and allowing me to constantly have the hardware to make art like this. It's a blessing. And thank you for guys for sticking around for that giraffe. The hole is gonna be a whole nother area. It's gonna be a teleporter. So look forward to that. It's gonna be like a little zone, like a zone teleporter. If you can imagine, I don't know, like a instance gate in Warcraft, and there's gonna be more meshes around it. But I left it open because I'm gonna put a bunch of stuff in the middle. All right, well, thank you guys. Have a good one. Peace.